Hello, DragonCon. This is Jessica, and I'm outside of America's Mart Building 2, which is the new home for the Vendors Hall and the Artist Alley. The Artist Alley is one of my absolute favorite places. It used to be located in the Hyatt, but we've moved it over here so they have a bigger space, taller ceilings, and they actually get to see daylight. So it is the place to go if you want to see your favorite artists actually in action, if you want to buy some of their wonderful wares. It's a beautiful place. It's my favorite place to hang out. So let's go on in and check out what's going on. Of DragonCon t-shirt fame.
Hey, that's me, Derek.
I love your style. It's beautiful.
You dig it the most.
I do dig it the most.
Groovy.
It is groovy. So can you explain to me the process of the DragonCon t-shirt? Because you did that for us this year.
I did. They have been kind enough to ask me in years past to do the t-shirt, and I love it. I love doing it so much, and it's so great because it brings a lot of people to my booth and makes a lot more people familiar with my work that wouldn't normally dig what I do, Yeah. It's a retro culture, 50s, 60s style.
I used to be a rockabilly girl.
There you go, So I love doing it. I mean, so anytime they ask me to do it, I'm all over it.
Yeah, I can tell, like, from, this was this year's, right?
That is this year's.
Yeah.
Let's hold it up and show it off.
Yes. If you haven't seen the t-shirt yet, it is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, stop.
So walking through the Artist Alley, you always find some really incredible art, some really unique stuff. I'm here with Kafir, who does this incredible map making and this art. Please tell me about this. This is amazing.
Well, I'm a caveman by trade, or was. Wannabe, anyway. And for over a decade, I taught primitive skills, primitive living skills and stuff like that, and used to tan traditional brain tan buckskin. And one day, 4 years ago, I just had the stupid idea of making myself a primitive map of Middle Earth. And I had a hide, I had pigments, I had tools, and I just started doing it. And when I finished, I'm like, ooh, this is cool. So I just kept on making it. The first step, once I have a hide, I burn the image onto it. The burning is not primitive, but the burning is what makes it three-dimensional. Because when you burn skin, it shrivels and warps. And so
that's how you get the ridges on the mountains and the edges?
Basically, when I'm burning it, I'm drawing and sculpting at the same time. And I can create a three-dimensional image. And after that, I paint with natural pigments and primitive tools. This bone, it's a piece of deer leg bone that I used to paint. It used to be about this long, and I keep sharpening it and all that. Sometimes I use feathers, sometimes I use my fingers if it's just, finger painting is primitive, right? And that's it. That's how it works. It just takes a long, long time for each map or piece, and it's a lot of fun.
Hello, DragonCon. I am here with the incomparable, very busy, and very well-loved George Pérez.
Hi there.
So what are you working on right now?
Well, this wonderful gentleman has asked me for a Wonder Woman sketch. She's one of my most popular characters.
You know George from Crisis on Infinite Earths, what he's done for Wonder Woman, the Avengers. He's also got his own creation, The Sirens, that's out on Boom Entertainment right now. And he is definitely a fan favorite here at DragonCon. How many years have you been coming to DragonCon?
Oh gosh, I think this might be my at least my 10th straight. Then I came on and off. One thing I love about DragonCon is because also not only is it my convention, it's my wife's convention because she teaches the belly dance classes here.
I love her belly dance classes.
I'm doing the same thing I wanted to do since I was a child, and here I am. I'm 62 years old, and I feel so young every time I get to do what I love to do.
Especially being at a con where you get to sit and sketch and talk to people who have loved your work, and you get to meet their kids. That was something earlier I was over here, and everybody was bringing their children, talking about how you inspired them, and you got to meet like the next generation.
Oh, I know. It's like it's a great family participation hobby. You know, one of the great things about comics, in order to really appreciate them, is that it encourages children to read. And that's just so important in this day and age. Now, it's great to have the movies and everything else, but if you really want to appreciate and delve into the history of the characters, you got to read.
And another one of my favorite things about George is his love of the cosplay community. That's actually how I first met you about a decade ago. Is the things that you've done for Zatanna and Wonder Woman, and I was so inspired by your work and actually kind of starstruck when I first met you. I was a little nervous, and you are just so gregarious and so friendly and so warm that all the cosplayers just like flock to you.
Well, I mean, I've become like the godfather of the cosplay community, because I mean, I'm honored by the cosplayers. The fact that, you know, they dedicate so many hours of their creativity and love for the industry and for the characters to get into costume. I mean, not just dress up, but, you know, try to embody the heroics of the characters they grew up with. And it's an honor to my profession. I've been doing conventions now for well over 40 years. And it's because of the cosplayers that I've got excitement for coming to conventions, meeting the fans who want sketches, meeting the cosplayers who get into costumes. I mean, how incredibly lucky am I to be in this industry, where there's just so much love for the craft and the creativity that it's now trickled down. Fans and cosplayers are becoming guests at conventions. How wonderful is that? You know, what a wonderful, wonderful dream come true it must be for any fan. You know, don't you all love this convention, DragonCon? Look at it. Captain Marvel is standing and waiting in line for me. I love this.
No place else but DragonCon. Well, George, thank you so much for your time. I know you're super busy, and you've been creating this beautiful piece of art, and thank you for letting us. Yeah, we've completely hijacked your session. I appreciate it. Well, thank you very much from DragonConTV.
Thank you.